What is up, MMA fans? This is Tudor Leonte for Sherdog.com, and today I have the pleasure to talk with UFC featherweight contestant, Mr. Jonathan Pearce. Hello, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm fine as well. Thanks for asking. We are recording this interview a few hours after the 4th of July. How did you celebrate the occasion?
Went to see the fireworks, and I got to go watch some bull riding, and
wow.
it was pretty eventful.
Did you enjoy your day?
Yes, I did. How was yours?
Actually, I live in Italy, so I don't celebrate the 4th of July, but still, I believe a few days ago it was a good day.
Okay, well, good.
Thanks for asking, by the way. We're talking since you're scheduled to face Makwan Amirkhani on July the 23rd. How is your preparation for this fight going?
It's going great. I'm excited to be able to go out there and show all my new skills. I've been working my defenses against jiu-jitsu. I've been working my offense, striking, like all areas, mixed martial arts. So I'm really excited for this one. And this is my first international fight. So I'm really excited about all that. And like going to London, I've never been to London. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that. What do you expect from this experience from the first time you're fighting overseas, even for the first time you're fighting outside the United States?
I feel like it'll be a little different. Like it'll be exciting, like this is what I always wanted to do. I want to travel the world and be able to compete against the best. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm kind of like living the dream a little bit.
For sure, and that's good to hear. Of course, you're used to be, the local home guy. You're used to crowd cheering for you. How do you imagine, you will react when the London crowd perhaps is going, to cheer for your opponent?
They were cheering for Grundy last time when he fought in London. And he beat them, and it wasn't like they really even got real loud. Like, watched that, and I thought that was very interesting because Grundy was from London or from that area. And I think it'll be kind of like that again. Like, no one really knows because we're on the undercard. It might not be as full, but I'm going to give them something to cheer about. When we get done, I'm going to be up there saying JSP and, making them fans, because sometimes that's what it's a part, like they might be coming for that one guy on the card, but then they see JSP and they're like, man, that guy is something else. Like, I want to see him fight again. Like, that's the man, and that's my job as an entertainer to go out there and do that. So that's my goal. With that being said,
of course, it's going to be quite a show. I'm pretty sure about that. And at the same time, I'm sure European fans can appreciate an MMA fighter and can appreciate when an MMA fighter is putting on a show, regardless of the country where he's fighting from.
Yes.
Are you still training at Fight Ready, right?
Yes, I'm training Fight Ready.
And who are some of your main sparring partners?
So Luis Saldana, Lu Wei is a young and up-and-coming Kamuela Kirk that had actually beat Makwan. And let's see, Marco Manson's in there. We got a lot of names. Like, there's so many that it's hard to say them all off the top of my head. Bobby Moffitt, Hunter Azure, Santino's been working his jiu-jitsu against me. So we got a lot of big names in there, and I'm just excited to be able to show everybody what's up.
Since you're training with Kamuela Kirk, who, as you told me, has already defeated Amirkhani, do you believe that you have perhaps an advantage in preparing for your upcoming opponent?
Yes, it's all right here. I think 90% of the fight is mental. Like, you obviously need physical attributes, but at this level, if we're already in the UFC, I've got a 3-fight win streak. Obviously, I'm on that level. it's all mental at this point. And if I'm going in there every day training with the guy who had beat my future opponent, I feel like there's nothing standing in my way, really, you know, like, because every day I'm getting pointers from him that's been in there, and he's like telling me fades real quick in the second round. And like, I only pick up steam with the fight. As the more time that goes on, the better I get, the more I see and the more I download. So I think I'm really confident about this.
And what about your corner? Who is going to be in your corner for this fight?
Santino DeFranco, Eddie Cha, and Bobby Moffitt.
Listen, you're coming off a decision victory over Christian Rodriguez in February. Did your opponent do anything you hadn't anticipated on that occasion?
You know, there wasn't a lot of film on him, and that was 7 days notice. Now, I was prepared, but I didn't get to train for that guy, and I didn't get to stylistically match up. And like, literally going into the fight, we had zero game plan. We're just like, you're bigger than him. Just go in there and do what you do. And that's what I tried to do. And also, I'll give a huge respect to Christian Rodriguez. Like, that dude was undefeated until I fought him, and he had beat one of my former teammates. And I mean, he's good in all areas. He's just really young, you know? And I feel like at 135 pounds, that guy right there is going to be top 15, top 10. Like, I really think that he's going to bloom. And this is just going to be like Conor McGregor when he fought Max Holloway. Like, people didn't see how good Max Holloway was when Conor was coming up. They're like, oh, he decisioned to get him. But at the end of the day, like, Max Holloway was just fighting for the world title. So, you know, that's how I kind of look at it.
It was the first time your fight went the distance in a while, in years, actually. How did you feel, you know, to fight for 3 rounds for, 15 minutes again?
I felt great. The problem is after I weighed in, I didn't drink enough water. I feel like your mind like kind of plays a trick on you because you're so dehydrated, and you're like, hey, I drank enough water. And you get there to the fight and like you go to work out and it's just not replying. And sometimes that happens once you've done this over and over and over again. You get up in age. I don't think I'm too old. Like, I'm 30, but that was a learning lesson. And I feel like next time going in here, I'm going to have more salt and stuff like that and sugars after I weigh in with my water, because it wasn't just a hydration thing. Like, right after the fight, I was throwing up. And I was having a real hard time just like even talking to people and stuff. And if you watch the post-fight interview, like, I looked really sleepy, like my eyes weren't open. So I know that I wasn't at my full potential that fight.
And of course, I would like to stress that we're discussing about a victory, a very dominant even victory on your behalf. So we're just, discussing details. Let's put it like this. You mentioned preparation a few times. Are you currently doing something to prepare for jet lag, perhaps, or are you planning to do anything, in preparation for, competing overseas and in a different time zone?
I think the different time zone isn't going to mess me up in the sleep. I think what the biggest thing is the jet lag. But I feel like after you get a few sweats and like it's got to pass, it's not going to be forever. And with that last fight being the way it went, I know I can do it not feeling good. So like, either way, it's a job and I got to go out there and I got to get paid. This is my full-time job, and I have a big opportunity coming up. So I just want to be able to knock it out of the park regardless of whether I feel good or don't. So I'm not really like game planning for the jet lag or anything like that. I just know, what I am, and I know that I can get through this, and I know no matter what, like, you're going to have to kill me, like, that's just how I feel.
This is more a curiosity of mine. I've already asked this question, many fighters. When did you, choose to focus so just on MMA, on your MMA career?
Okay, in 2018 Halloween, I had sold my business like a month before that. I had a mowing business. I used to cut grass and whoop ass, and now I'm just whooping ass. But
That's a great line.
I did that so I could have the time I wanted in the gym, and I was a professional, and I was like 8-3, and I wasn't going to take any more fights because I had like 7 finishes of 8-3, and I knew that I was ready for the UFC, and I hit up a bunch of managers and just like I flew out here, sold my company, and just went all in, and didn't have a backup, wasn't on the Contender series, and they called me this time in 2019, like July, and I was fighting that weekend. And I went out there and I fought. I got the knockout, and then I was just all pumped up, and I was like, I can beat anybody. And I fought Lozon, got knocked down a few notches. So I learned, like, as you go, this is a slow and steady race, and it's better to go slower than faster.
Unfortunately, you had to learn it the hard way, but still, I believe you took, that time a harsh lesson, but you learned a lot from it, and the results are currently showing it. The card on which you're competing is headlined by the heavyweight clash between Curtis Blaydes and Tom Aspinall. Who is your pick for that fight?
Aspinall.
And what about a prediction for your fight?
Me, second round. KO, TKO.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just kind of what presents itself, because like once he starts to fade, it's over. Like, because I'm gonna turn it on. I can see it. He's right there in front of me. I can feel it. I come from the same background he comes from, wrestling. Yeah, he might have wrestled in Finland, but he was also Mr. Finland in a beauty pageant while I was out working on the farm and cutting and doing my thing. So like, I ain't here to compare, but I am competing. So,
Yeah, I understand. I understand perfectly your point. Have you already picked your walkout song?
I got like 5 different songs I might walk out to right now. It's just what hits me when they ask me, really.
What genre do you usually like?
I like rock and roll. Like, I love AC/DC. You put AC/DC on anything, it's gonna be good. And
That's true.
I'm a little Southern, so like I kind of like let's see. There's all kinds of stuff like CCR, Johnny Cash, stuff like that. Classical, everyone's gonna know it. Everyone's gonna have a good time. It's good time. That's kind of what I'm going for.
It will be good time indeed. Jonathan, I finished all my questions. Do you have any last messages you would like to share with us today?
I want to thank everybody at Fight Ready. I want to thank all my friends and family that support me for this fight. This is a really big one for me. And I plan on putting Tennessee on the map. JSP from Johnson City, Tennessee. You heard it here first. And we're going to get it. We're going to go all the way. We're all the way in. I haven't been home since 2018.
Wow.
I don't know anybody else sacrificing like this. So,
well, they say hard work pays off. So hopefully it will. In your case, best of luck with your oncoming fight, and hopefully I will hear again from you in the future.
Thank you.
Have a nice one. Bye-bye.
You too.